the interesting thing, Pete, is that people like us, economists, are not actually looking at those numbers. They're like rear vision numbers of what's been going on since the coronavirus. What we want to really see is what's actually going on now. And so $38 million is just so hard to imagine it ever, eventuating. It's real Great Depression type numbers. But with the real Great Depression, the severity and the collapse of the economy is so bad, the numbers don't improve quickly. We're hoping to see these numbers dissipate really quickly because America's getting back. Now, I don't know if I mentioned on Wednesday, but the chief global strategist at Wells-Fargo said, and I hope he's right, that the US will be out of recession by the end of June. That's the biggest call I've seen. Now, if that's the case, we will be seeing these numbers rapidly fall away. I think it's probably going to be a bit longer than that, but we still will see a period where the numbers do rapidly fall away.
What about this federal court decision, closer to home now, Peter? This federal court decision yesterday that basically said that casual workers have a whole bunch more entitlements that businesses are going to have to cough up. How significant is that?
Very scary, Pete, considering the most important thing we need now is employers to put workers back to work in a normal kind of sense. And most of us are hoping that by end of July, a lot of normalcy returns to the workplace. But this decision by a federal court, full bench, was that a miner who was a casual miner but was been paid 25% more to give up annual leave and sick leave, was the court said, oh no, he's still entitled to that kind of thing. So that means that whole lots of small business organisations like COSBOA and Retailers Association of Australia, they're all saying, hang on, does that mean that a casual worker who we might have recently said for JobKeeper purposes has been with me for over a year, therefore is permanent, and has also had a regular position, that sort of person is now going to get sick leave and paid leave? Well, a lot of people will not re-employ these people once JobKeeper's over. It's a crazy decision.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, if they have to push ahead with this, it seems like many businesses won't be able to survive. If that's the case, if they've got to pay this, extra 25% loading, which casuals get on top of everything else, I mean,
what
crazy.
I mean is the employer will actually just change the very nature of the business, and lots of casual people will just simply not get work. And probably a cafe won't open up on Sundays, and all those sorts of little things will be changed to try and survive. But some businesses, you're right, won't survive.
I tell you what, the timing of this is really interesting as well. Pete, just finally, what's there to be positive about this week? I mean, there was a bit of a winning streak when it came to the share market, but it was broken yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Pete, look, I know you're always concerned about your hip pocket, and I'm really proud of you for being like that. But I think the best number out there is the ANZ Roy Morgan weekly consumer confidence number, Pete. It's now gone up 7 weeks in a row, which means that consumers and wage earners have responded really well to the JobKeeper arrangement. And it's been a big bounce back. The consumer number's like 93. When it gets to 100, then you got your optimist equal your pessimist. So it's been a massive rebound, and that's the sort of number I want to watch to see what kind of recovery is going to happen in Australia as we reopen and people start going back to work. It's a good number, 7 weeks in a row.